It's another episode of Fishing and Fun. Today we're smashing white bass in a local stream. And as you can see, I've been getting a lot of bites in this cast, so I can't get them to hook up. We've been a lot of walking. Finally found a little school of fish running up. And just fishing a small little current break downriver side of it. There's a deep hole right here. And there seems to be quite a few fish in here. It's getting a little dark. They still seem to be biting alright. There's one real close to me. And these fish are just coming up for the spring spawning runs. And they're extremely aggressive. Catching these white bass one after another. A nice little guy. I'm keeping just a few to eat. They're really not that bad. They're nice. If you eat them fresh, these white bass are good fish, but you know, you don't want to keep too many. You don't want to wipe them out or anything. I mean, they're prolific, but you know, you don't want to keep too many because even if you freeze them, they're not really worth eating anyway. So I keep a few here and there just for a nice dinner. There's another one. But like I said, this is a little private. I got some permission to fish this little private stretch here, and it's a real good area. Oh, I got two on. I got a school like 6 following these white bass. Oh, these fish are going crazy. Oh, they just broke one of my jigs off. There's one right there. I actually had 2 jigs on. He broke one of them off. But there's another nice fish. It's getting a little jammed in the pocket here. I just want to keep about a dozen. Actually, a landowner along the river asked me to keep some for him today, so I'm going to do that and take care of them since they're taking care of me. But this area, I mean, it's really full of fish right now. And it's pretty easy fishing. I love fishing these aggressive fish like this. It's fun. I got the ultralight out. And they're going pretty crazy on them right now. There's another one right here by me. Nothing big, but got fun on the ultralight. Too bad I lost the other jig. I'd be catching 2 at a time. What I'm going to do, I re-rig that up, show you what I'm using here. It's just a basic 3-way rig. Like, this is on fire, this is nice. Got a 3-way rig going on. These white bass are on fire. And they're fun. And you can see this water's clear, perfect condition. It's a nice fish, and if you could look down, you can almost see there's other fish following them. And they're ready to spawn. There's about a half dozen fish behind them. Just a nice fish, like 13 inches or so. That's a nice white bass right there. These guys are just really fun fish to catch. But you gotta respect them. And really, I don't like going crazy and keeping a lot of them. It doesn't seem like a great idea, but this hole's loaded. It's a pretty good spot, but like I said, it's private. And you gotta get permission to spots like this so you can catch your own. But you also have to respect the property that you get because you don't want to lose it. A lot of these areas, guys go in there, leave trash and whatnot, and they lose their spots because they're trashy. But you got to respect your landowners and take care of the area. There's another nice fish right there, another 13 inch or so. I'm letting these big guys go back. Like I said, I didn't want to keep too many. Let me get my see if I got my fingernail clippers on me. We can do this re-rig real quick. As you can see, I just got a 16th ounce white jig head going on right here. And it's about 16-inch leader. What I'm going to do for the next part, I've got a 3-way swivel. And that's what makes this important, is this 3-way swivel. Because it gives the jigs a lot of action. So I'm going to get another jig out, small one here. And I'm using colored jig heads. This is a 32nd ounce. Nothing that you have to do, but I prefer in the shallow water 2 small jigs, 16th and 32nd, just so I don't have to reel this quite as fast. I'm going to slide the tail on there. And I specifically use Mr. Twister tails only because I feel they have more action. And white's a good color to always go with, but chartreuse and yellow and pink can be good colors. Just going to tie a normal knot. You can't take that 3-wheel swivel out of the equation if you can tie the knot that leaves a small loop into your line. And in that case, you get the same action out of your jigs. But I'm not big on knot tying, so I just go like this. Put the 3-way swivel on there, and I get my action. And as you can see, it's getting dark. These fish are moving up. And if you look down here, we saw these rapids down there. Not a big rapids, but you know, a nice little slope. And what happens is those fish run up to that rapids. They got a lot of shallow water to cover. They come up this little deep hole here and rest. And you can find this anywhere, but you just got to do some exploring. And you know, this river gets pretty hard in other places. What I did was did some walking. Got permission, like I said, and found a good spot here. Just got the ultralight with 6-pound line. I'm not doing anything fancy, but these fish are really going crazy. It's getting towards the end of the run. It's after mid-May. Like, look at these, the fish are on fire. It's mid-May and the water's warming up. It's over 60. And this is the tail end of the run, but I had a big rain last week, brought the water up, brought some big females in, but then it was high and muddy for a week, so you know, we couldn't catch any of the big females except early in the run. Early, right before the rain came, a few came up and I got some 17-inchers. But you don't get those very often. I got 2 on. Glad I put 2 jigs on. Oh, there's so many fish in here. I'm just following them right around. They're just in here thick. This is a big fish here. This might be a female. You gotta throw those females back. I'm just a believer. I just feel bad keeping, you know, a lot of fish. It just doesn't seem reasonable to me. You gotta conserve our resources. And by throwing a few back, you know, I got plenty in my pouch right now, about half a dozen. That's a good one-night meal, and that's the best way you want to eat these. You catch half a dozen white bass and eat them for dinner, and they're pretty good. But you start freezing them, and they just get fishy, and they're not worth catching. See that jumper? I had 2 on, but the other one came off. But just gotta be conservative with what you catch. But that 3-way swivel on this rig is what makes it so good, because of the action of the jig. You can jig it like this, and those jigs are just kind of floating, and they're not so connected. You know, I just floated it down here, and I got a deep pocket. And as you can see where I'm at, it's only about knee deep. Those fish are stacking up right out in front of me. I walked up here, walked in real quiet, didn't do anything crazy. I only got 1 right now. I'm just trying to catch another one. And they fight good. I mean, you get an ultralight out, you go fish with these guys one night, you'll be surprised. A lot of people don't like white bass. You kind of think they're underutilized, but when you're fishing in the shallow water rivers like this, it can be pretty fun. You can see them jumping up there. They might be spawning. They're just feeding and whatnot. There's another one. This spot's just on fire. But like I said, you take care of your spots that you got. You can catch them in spots like this. I like to use these tails, but a lot of guys use minnows, and you know, minnows are another good bait. But they gotta be fished a little slower. When you get the muddy water, you can fish the minnows. And their tails are right, but they got the treble hook, so they cut the fish up pretty good, and they're not so easy to release. Yeah. Sun's going down. It's about that time. But if you haven't tried white bass fishing, it's something you need to do. We've had a great spring. It's one of the best springs Lake Erie's ever seen. Fishing has cooperated with us. I'm just trying to catch a few white bass before we gotta get out of here. But I just want to thank everybody for watching. We've had a lot of people asking for more shows, and I know I've been slacking a little bit, but I finally got one going here. Got Nate taking care of me, doing some camera today. He want to come down and see what all the fuss was about. And so, if you ever get a chance to come up, try Fremont, Sandusky River. It's something you'll never forget. Just look for some hidden areas. You can really beat them up and fill up a trash can, but not, like I said, not recommended. But these white bass are sought after fish for some. But I'm just going to keep a few tonight. But again, thanks for watching, and we'll get at you soon enough. I like to do some bass fishing and maybe get some walleye in. So as for now, we'll catch you on next time.